There's no greater way to start this video off than by telling you guys a true story. Spitting out my gum just for good measure. Security's also driving around, and I'll tell you what, distractions of the adversary are real. So I'm not going to let that distract me. And before I get into anything, if you guys cannot hold your attention span, this is the type of topic that will tear you to pieces if you know nothing about it. So it all starts with the example of one leader, a leader that led a group of men to do good things. Their whole entire purpose was to serve, teach, and share the truth of God to everyone they came in contact with. This leader had a lot of different qualities and traits that we value as men and as people in society. I mean, just period. And what I mean by that, he was humble, he was strong, he was bold, he was righteous, he was the perfect example. He had no fear, and it was not bound by things like worldly possessions. That made him extremely valuable, and in the mind of some others who opposed him, dangerous. But his mission was very, very, very huge. It was one of the most important purposes anybody could ever have, and that was to bring souls back to God. And one day he came to the men and he said, all right, we need to leave. We need to go across the sea so that we can go and minister to these other people. And so what did they do? Without moment's notice, they got a ship rounded up, they pulled up the anchor, and they set sail. And here they are, they're flowing straight through this sea, this giant sea. Just a couple hours later, as everything was going good, their purpose was clear, their mission was clear, there came a storm, a whirlwind, a tempest. The waves were crashing against the ship's walls. The sails were whipping through the wind. And these men are having to hold on to everything near to them because the ship is swaying and shaking and being tossed all about these waves. Water flooding onto the floor, onto the deck of the ship. And these men pulling the ropes, doing everything they can in order to stay afloat. After a little bit, it didn't take long for them to realize that, wait, where's our master? So they go and they find their master, and he is asleep. So what do? They wake him up. They said, Master, Master, carest thou not that we perish? They're in the midst of the storm, and their master is asleep. He stands up and raises his hand. He commands the winds and the sea, and they obeyed him. He looks at the men and he says, have you no faith? They made it across the sea. They taught, and they saved thousands of lives. And their mission will be remembered forever, because this is the story of Jesus Christ. Now I want you guys to think about that. What was the purpose of me telling you guys that story? Right? Because I mean, you already know the title of this video. So how does this apply to you? How is this going to help you? How is this going to change your life in particular? And let me tell you, and I'll start with an example. Have you guys ever noticed that anytime you have a particular goal in mind, a good, righteous goal, or you have something really good about to happen in your life, some sort of miracle, that suddenly everything starts to crash down? This is a commonality that we all experience. Usually there is a storm before you are ever even able to experience the miracle. So what do? Clearly this is organized by the adversary. Some of us blame everything on the adversary, and then we submit. Okay, there's a storm, we should probably go back. Here's another example. I had a friend, he was about to get baptized. Just one short week before his baptism, everything started to crash down. The whirlwinds of hell crashed upon him. This could have very well swayed his idea of getting baptized, of even progressing. Oh, this week has been way too hard. I got sick, I've got this, I got that. I think I'm going to cancel this baptism. I mean, that could happen. So this raises a question, and I'm going to ask you guys this, and you guys got to take this very seriously. When the whirlwinds rise against us and we decide not to follow through with our goals and our dreams, whose fault is it really? Is it the devil's or is it yours? It is never the devil's fault. And it is always you to blame. Have we forgotten that the Lord gave us power over the devil? The Lord gave us bodies and minds. The devil doesn't have a body. And whether it's the unknown or it's not, right? You can apply this to your life in the sense that why is everything going against me? It's not like you have anything planned, right? Why is everything coming against me? Why is life so hard all of a sudden? Why did this have to happen? Why do I feel this way? Why am I depressed? Why do I have anxiety? Why am I poor? Why am I broken? Why am I afraid? Do we not take a moment to breathe and think about the miracles that God has in place just a few hours ahead of that? These hard moments are just for a small moment. And if we choose to submit, to curl up, never get out of bed because, oh, I'm feeling sad today, then quite frankly, you deserve nothing. Forgive me. I had to get in my car. My camera could not handle the heat out there. It is blazing today. Nonetheless, do what you set out to do from the beginning because you know that it is right and because it is God that told you to do it. My name is Gabriel Bowman. If this video means anything to you, if the truth means anything to you, if progression means anything to you guys, I say it how it is because I know there is no other way. You'll be hard-pressed to find another channel that talks about God, that is anywhere in the niche of self-improvement. Do you really think you can improve your life without God? I promise you, this is a place to be. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell icon. Every single video that's coming out is catered to you. And quite frankly, if the algorithm recommended this video to you, then I don't see why you don't subscribe. I appreciate you guys' time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.